My beloved child, right now you are exactly where you need to be. You did not arrive here by accident or routine. I see your heart. I know you are not just looking for general words or empty comfort. You are longing for something personal, something that speaks directly into your life. I am here. I am speaking to you. You are not alone in your search. What you are about to receive is more than encouragement. It is an invitation from my heart to yours. What I am placing inside your spirit has the power to bring change, healing, and a deep peace the world cannot copy. If you listen, your hope will rise again. If you let your mind wander or your heart grow cold, you may overlook a love and wisdom prepared especially for the weight you carry. Right now, pause for a brief moment and say in your heart, I am listening. Take a slow breath and choose to lean in. Not just hear these words. Decide in this moment that you will receive what I am about to speak to you. This is not like the many voices that pass you by each day. It is not just an idea or a repeated phrase. It is my voice coming straight to you, ready to surround you with kindness, truth, and the warmth you have been missing. I hear every word you pray, every sigh, every tear, even when you cannot find the right words. My compassion is not far away. I am near, as close as your own breath. My arms are around you, and my love is as real as the morning light that wakes you. I hold you close, not to condemn you, but to comfort you as only a loving father can. When you come to me, I cover you with peace. It may feel as soft as a gentle breeze, but it is stronger than any problem that tries to crush you. I see your pain. I see what you don't show others. I wipe away your tears. I heal wounds in your heart and give you strength in your body and your spirit. When life feels too heavy and your soul feels weak, I am your strength that never shakes. I am your steady support when everything else feels uncertain. You are wise to keep coming to me, even when you are tired, even when you don't understand. Do not pull away from my presence. Do not disconnect from my words, because they are life for you. Place your hand on your heart right now and whisper, Lord, I won't pull away. Help me stay close. Let this simple act be your step of faith as you continue to listen. Every new day, as light breaks through the darkness, I want to fill you with joy. Not shallow joy that fades quickly, but a joy that refreshes and rebuilds your soul. Let my Holy Spirit rest on you. Let me fill the empty places inside of you. Let me guide your steps and brighten the road ahead. I will push back the darkness. I will tear down barriers that block your way. Those who rise up against you will not stand. No one knows you like I do. I have watched every step you have taken, every season you have walked through. I know the purpose I designed for your life, and it is beautiful. Stay close in the shelter of my hand. I hold your future with more care than any person ever could. You do not need to be afraid of what you cannot see. You do not need to worry about every answer. I am already ahead of you, gently arranging things so you can walk in the calling I prepared for you long ago. Your faith has grown. I have seen you rise again and again. But remember, do not trust only what you feel or see with your eyes. Let me lead you. Let me speak wisdom into your heart. Come closer, and I will increase your understanding. Nothing you have walked through is wasted. I will give you favor before people who once ignored or overlooked you. I will honor you. I will quiet the voices that mocked you and lift you up where others doubted you. Your past stains are gone. I have forgiven you completely. Do not stay chained to old mistakes and regret. Walk forward. Take the fresh start I offer you. Receive the deep grace I pour out over your life. Patience grows slowly, but it is rooted in eternity. Walk one step at a time, expecting my goodness instead of clinging to anxiety. Open your heart. Stretch your faith. Expect my blessings with living trust. Your darkest days are not the end of your story with me. Every night has a morning. Every shadow has an ending. I will keep every promise I have spoken. My faithfulness remains even when your faith feels small. I do not hold back my love from you. I stay with you in every struggle. No power, no situation can break the promise I have made to never leave you. Let your fear melt in the warmth of my acceptance. My favor over you does not run out. It does not come and go with your moods or your failures. It stays through every season, every storm. Right now, speak this with your own lips, even softly. My story is not over. I am loved. I am not alone. Let these words rise above every fear as you continue to hear my heart for you. I see your determination. I see that you are trying not to be defined by trouble or attacks. I am pleased when you choose to keep moving forward instead of getting stuck in complaint. Your efforts are seen. My promises are steady. Let my word be your anchor. My loyalty to you is stronger than your doubts. Even if you feel like you have failed too many times, even if you only see the ruins of past mistakes, remember this: I am greater than your regrets. I can lift you from the deepest pit. I can turn your past defeats into the ground where new hope grows. Do not run from me. Come close with confidence. Tell me what you truly desire. I hear you. And if your answer seems delayed, it is not because I have forgotten you. It is because I am shaping something better than what you think you want right now. My wisdom looks beyond your moment into your future. A steady, persistent faith does not only bless you, it touches your family, your friends, and those you may never meet. In your trust, you will find a courage that cannot be broken, a strength formed in my presence. I am a God of justice. I do what is right. I will stand beside you. I will protect you when you feel exposed and vulnerable. I will defend you when others try to harm or shame you. I will not leave you abandoned. When you turn to me, I open the gates of heaven over your life. My love pours over you, soaking you in peace and comfort this world cannot compete with. My word to you does not fade away. It is firm and steady, just like my endless love for every child I have made. So as you keep calling on me, do not let any hardship convince you that I will fail you. I will surround you with wisdom that cuts through your confusion. I will cover you with protection so you can walk with your head raised and your heart at rest. When your heart aches and old memories try to steal your joy, let my healing wash over you. Let me reshape your character and renew your thoughts so that old strongholds break and new strength rises inside you. The closer you come to me, the more I will show you of my wonders, things only those who truly trust me can see. There is new purpose waking up inside you as you follow my lead, learning that nothing is impossible when you walk with me. Where doors once slammed shut, I am opening new ones. Where darkness tried to stay, I am filling the space with light that drives out fear and exposes every plan meant for your harm. When storms rise and thunder rolls around you, remember I am never far. I am within reach, waiting for you to call my name. I do not require wealth or impressive gifts from you. What I ask is your faith. Let your prayers flow to me even now, and I will settle your heart with my peace. Miracles unfold when you choose me first, above distractions and empty comforts. Right now, choose one burden you are carrying and quietly hand it to me. Say, I give this to you. Picture placing it in my hands before you listen any further, and expect my peace to begin touching that very place. Every quiet moment you spend with me is more valuable than hours wasted chasing what cannot satisfy you. When you begin your day bowing your heart to me, that simple act of faith moves me deeply. It is not the beauty of your words that touches me, but the love and trust behind them. When you sit in silence, close your eyes and speak honestly to me. I listen. Never doubt that I am paying attention and ready to work in every part of your life. Trust me to move in my way, not just in the timing or methods you expect. Keep seeking me with the faith that is already alive in you. Keep a humble heart that is willing to learn. My grace increases when you come to me openly without pretending. I will respond to every prayer, easing your pain and lifting every burden you place in my hands. I alone know the perfect time to release what I have planned. Hold steady, believe, be ready to see wonders unfold. Once more I say to you today, trust what I speak. This is not a temporary comfort. It is an everlasting truth flowing from my heart to yours. My love for you is far greater than you have ever imagined, larger than the world, higher than the skies. You might feel small or lost at times, but remember, in every moment you are cherished, covered, valued, and protected by me. Let this truth lift your spirit. Even when the road is steep, even when sorrow is thick, you are not walking alone. Not even for one breath have I left your side. My love guards and guides you like gentle sunlight on your face. My light rests on you, blessing your life in ways you see and many you do not. Nothing can truly destroy you while my love surrounds you. Lift your eyes again. Let hope return to your smile. You are my beloved. When my presence goes with you, no force in this world can break your peace or pull you from my hand. Be brave. Hold on to this truth even when doubt speaks loudly. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. My love covers every betrayal. It reaches into every hidden corner of your heart and removes your shame. I see what no one else can see, yet I still choose you. I cleanse you deeply. I restore you freely. There is nothing left for you to pay, nothing owed but your open heart. What is happening between us is personal and holy. The world cannot understand it. Others might not see the newness I am creating in you. Some will judge or speak carelessly. Some may envy what they do not understand. Do not let their opinions trouble you. Release the need to please everyone. You are not required to base your happiness on what others think of you. You do not need to fit into standards that ignore your true value. I have given you a dignity that does not depend on human approval. Stand tall, secure in who you are in me. When others see your progress, some may try to distract or trip you, but every attack will lead you deeper into trusting me. You will grow in discernment, not through fear, but through the wisdom I give you when you come to me each day. The growth, the blessings, and the influence I bring into your life have a purpose. First, I am establishing you as a steady foundation for those closest to you. I am building your home, your inner life, before expanding your reach outward. Use what I give you with integrity. Do not waste what I provide on things that pass away. The windows of blessing stay open over hearts that remain loyal and grateful. Greater provision is coming, but it is meant for hands that have learned to be faithful even with little. When you fall or choose wrongly, do not stay down. Rise again. My promises for you still stand, waiting to be received. Do not let fear and doubt steal what I designed for you. Face every challenge with the confidence that I am with you. Your endurance will be stretched, but I will give you greater patience and wisdom to wait for my promises. Do not let easy but harmful paths tempt you into chains I never wanted for you. Do not allow debt to crush your peace or tie your life in knots. I want you free. I want you rested. My words may sometimes feel sharp, but they always come from love and are meant to lead you into peace. Remember, the way forward, the true secret to victory and growth, is found in my living word. Come and listen every day, not hurriedly or as an afterthought, but with full attention. Let my truth soak into your thoughts. I am your Lord and Savior. I forgive you. I also ask you to turn away from what harms your soul. You cannot hide anything from me, but you do not need to. I am always willing to forgive, to cleanse, and to renew your strength. I am not looking for perfection, but for trust, loyalty, a heart that loves me above all, and hands ready to spread goodness. Give me first place in your heart. Answer me from that place, and know that my love for you grows no matter what the day brings. This love is your gift from me. It has no limits and no ending. Whether you feel warm or cold, strong or weak, my presence is with you at every hour. No distance, no circumstance can remove you from my love. All creation carries a song of joy over your life. I would move heaven and earth to reach you. I have already given everything to win your heart. The authority for you to receive this love was sealed by my own sacrifice. No one can pull you from my hand. Do not fix your mind on accusations spoken about you. Do not cling to old labels from people who never understood you. I do not listen to every slander and lie spoken over your name. While others chase shadows, you walk forward in my favor. Leave gossip behind. Let others talk, but keep your attention on my love and my mercy that renews you day by day. Hold on to this moment. Come into my presence and let my healing, holy love reach every broken place in you. Let gratitude be your song. Every time you pray, remember to thank me for my constant love. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are precious to me. I cover your family. I bless and multiply what you give into my hands. Take refuge in my healing shadow. Let my restoring power awaken even the dreams you thought were gone. Fresh energy is rising within you. You do not need to walk alone or stay stuck in patterns that suffocate your true self. When you feel lonely and invisible, turn to me. Let my love remind you that you are never without a companion. Every good gift, every bit of joy and abundance comes from me. On days when clouds gather and your heart is disappointed, you still have the power to choose hope. Lift your hands in thanks for the peace and joy I offer without limit. Know this: happiness in me is not a vague promise. It is real. Take steps in faith. Even when you cannot find reasons to rejoice, take my hand and continue on, knowing I am the one who has the final word over your life. I am the Almighty God, your loving Father. I will lift you when you are broken. My word never loses its power. My victories become your victories as you stand on what I have already done. Even when the odds seem against you, even when obstacles block your path, my voice will give you courage and chase away fear. No army, no opposition can overturn what I have spoken over you. Choose words of faith. Let them be louder than negativity and despair. Even now, this message is filling you with courage and holy boldness that only I can give. Your breakthrough is not far away. It is already in motion. My healing is touching your body and renewing your heart. Doors are opening that were once locked tight. The way ahead will become clear in ways that surprise you. I delight in seeing you step forward, not as a victim, but as my beloved, safe in my promise and celebrated in your progress. Every gift, every ability, every spiritual touch you experience is rooted in my love for you. You have not even imagined all the beautiful promises planted in your soul, waiting for their time to blossom. As you carry these words, let them sink deep and produce fruit. Walk in the authority of one who is loved. You carry a holy dignity that cannot be stolen by criticism. I have shaped you to overcome. I have used your trials to mold your faith into something strong and bright. You are becoming a vessel ready to receive more of my spirit, more wisdom, more favor. Many may try to shake your resolve, but they cannot break what I have made firm in you. Those who expected you to fail will witness a strength in you that clearly comes from me. Knowing this, greet each day as a chance to shine with my light. I am with you as your shield and your defender. You are rising higher, gaining a clearer vision of who you are that no one else can define or reduce. Others may not always understand your path, but I do. My spirit is always with you, breathing peace and courage into your steps. Let anxiety and hesitation loosen their grip. You were made for a future filled with hope, joy, and holy confidence. When you struggle, remember my words. When you succeed, remember my hand in your victory. This is more than comfort. It is my call over your life. Stay in my love. Let gratitude flow and watch my favor surround you in every trial, every waiting season, every new beginning. You are never alone. You are always, without fail, loved by me. Amen. Now move forward and share the love and blessing you have received. Let others see through your life that you have encountered the living God who calls you beloved. I see how something in you is waking up, how the old ways of thinking and living no longer satisfy your heart. You feel that I am near, closer than your breath, yet you still wonder if you will be left wandering, unseen, or unloved. The quiet stirrings inside you, the gentle pull when you slow down and listen, are not random. They are my voice calling you into a new way of living, marked by peace that this world cannot give. I know the weight you carry. I know the dreams you hide because you fear they will be broken. Even now, I am asking you to loosen your grip on outcomes and trust me with the smallest details of your journey. There is a path in front of you that you have not taken yet. It is lined with promises that have not failed and will not fail. You sometimes wonder if they are really for you. You may feel like your missteps or delays have disqualified you from my best. You may think your heart is too tired to receive what I have prepared. Listen clearly. Not one promise I give comes back empty. No brokenness is too shattered for my touch. I am gently rewriting your story. I am weaving hope into every chapter, even the ones covered in shadows. Where you only see lack, I am forming abundance. Abundance of mercy, new beginnings, and strength that comes from me, not from your effort. You have tried to fix everything on your own, repeating cycles of effort and frustration, thinking that if you just do enough, say enough, or prove enough, you will find rest. But your worth is not measured by what you accomplish or by how well you hold everything together. Rest is not a prize you earn. It is my gift to those who trust me, especially when they feel weakest. Do not let past disappointments steal your hope. I was with you in every valley, catching every tear, shaping the resilience in you that will outlast the storms. Some days fear dresses itself as wisdom, telling you to protect yourself, to close off your heart from both hope and joy. But love is the truest wisdom, and I am love. Fear shrinks your view. Love enlarges it and shows you possibilities you never dreamed of. I am here, not with ideas from a distance, but walking beside you. I am opening your eyes to new mercy every single morning. Your questions do not scare me. Your doubts do not push me away. Bring every anxious thought, every long-hidden desire, every unspoken prayer into my light. I am not disappointed in you. I rejoice that you keep returning, even with trembling hands. You feel the battle inside your mind, the pull between what is and what could be, between hearing my truth and believing it is really for you. This is where faith is born. This is where surrender becomes the ground for new growth. You do not have to clean yourself up before coming closer. Change begins as you draw near in honest, simple moments. My kindness is not fragile, and my forgiveness is not a far-off idea. I am near to the brokenhearted. I am present with those who are honest with themselves before me. Even your desire to seek me is a gift, a spark lit by my own desire to be known and loved by you. I invite you to trade the weights you cannot bear for a yoke that is easy, a burden that is light when carried with me. Nothing in your past can separate you from my love. No wound is beyond my care. No mischance is beyond my power to redeem. I waste nothing. Every moment, painful or joyful, is a thread I use to weave purpose into your life. Trust does not require you to know everything or to see the whole road. It only asks that you step forward believing I am who I say I am. I see you as whole, chosen, cherished, not less on days you falter or feel small. My gaze is steady and full of affection, not because of what you can do, but because of who you are to me. I call you beloved, and that word means a belonging that cannot be canceled by time or circumstances. In the quiet, when distractions fade and only your breath and heartbeat remain, know that I am there. I understand every part of your story, every joy, every pain, every unspoken hope and hidden fear. I will not rush you. I do not demand explanations. My patience is endless, and my commitment to you is firm. The road ahead may hold difficulty, but you will never walk it alone. With every unsure step, my spirit goes before you, making a way, giving strength where you are weak and wisdom when your thoughts are confused. The peace you long for is not unreachable. It is in every moment you invite me into your real life just as it is. Let your walls down with me. You do not need to perform or pretend. If tears come, let them fall. I will hold you. If joy rises up unexpectedly, welcome it. It is a sign of my goodness at work in your everyday moments. All of your feelings, grief, worry, joy, hope, are safe with me. I do not force you to let go of anything before you are ready. I give generously and surprise you with the depth of my compassion and the steadiness of my grace. Your story is not over. The best parts are not behind you. I am always ahead, preparing more healing and hope than you can imagine. Listen for me in simple moments. You will see I have already been whispering. You are never alone. Come, let us meet heart to heart, because I know your deep longings and your secret questions. You wonder if anyone hears your quiet prayers or sees the tears you shed in secret. I do. None of your tears fall without my notice. I am not distant from you. I am never uncaring about what you face. You look at the world and see confusion, but I remain constant, holding you in ways you cannot always see. Even when you doubt, I stay steady, shining a soft light that proves hope is still alive in your story. My love is not a trade. I do not love more on your good days and less on your bad days. I remain the same, offering love and guidance even when you feel unworthy. Let yourself breathe in my acceptance. Lay aside the masks you wear for others for a moment and come before me honestly. I see beyond every outward act. Your vulnerability does not push me away, it draws me closer. There is nothing you could confess that would lessen my love for you. Your weakness does not repel me. It moves my heart with compassion. Healing does not start when you are perfect. It starts when you come as you are. Do not weigh yourself against how others seem to be doing. I ask you to rest in my arms and let me tend to your wounds. There have been times you felt exhausted, numb, or weighed down, as if you were walking with heavy chains on your feet. This is not where you must stay. Every tangled part of your life can be gathered and gently retied by my hands. Your failures are not the finish line. They are doorways into redemption and change. In my presence, you do not have to earn love or belonging. I choose you not for what you do, but for who you are. You are precious to me, made on purpose and full of possibilities you have yet to see. Trust is tested in uncertainty. When you cannot see the whole road, remember you are not walking it alone. I go ahead of you into the unknown, preparing each step. I give light for today and hope for tomorrow. Notice the gentle nudges, the soft encouragements inside your heart. Fear may try to drown out my guidance, but my voice continues, patient and sure, calling you back to peace. When the world tells you that you are not enough or that your future is in danger, listen instead to my constant whisper, you are safe in my hands. Nothing can steal what I have promised you. You remember times when disappointment followed your hope, when you poured your heart into something that did not turn out as you expected. You felt foolish or left behind. Bring those disappointments to me. Name them. Do not hide your pain from me. I welcome it. I move toward it with comfort. I gather the broken pieces of your dreams and make a new picture, richer and more beautiful than the one you imagined. You are not defined by your setbacks or haunted forever by your mistakes. See yourself as I do, resilient, renewed again and again, full of potential for restoration. You may have watched others receive answers while you waited and wondered if I passed you by. Let me tell you the truth. Your story is not stuck. You are not forgotten. I am always at work, both in what you notice and what is still hidden. Do not mistake my timing for neglect. Growth often happens in secret, where roots dig deep. When you feel delayed, remember I am preparing your heart and your surroundings so that when the answer comes, you are ready to carry it. Let go of the fear of missing out. Nothing good I have intended for you can be stolen. My way is gentle. When you fall, I do not stand over you with a list of faults. I stand with open arms. When shame tries to say you are unworthy, let my mercy speak louder. I am kind toward your weaknesses and patient with your journey. Others may lose faith in you, but I am shaping you every day. You are free to make mistakes without fear that my love will vanish. As you release the need to be perfect, You will find a deeper joy and a lightness that comes from knowing you are accepted as you are. My desire is not to overwhelm you with rules, but to walk closely with you. The greatest gift I give is my own presence, faithful in every season, in every detail. I want you to know me, not just as a distant ruler, but as a friend and loving parent who cares about everything you walk through. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. No matter what you once believed about yourself or about me, this is your invitation to come closer. Lay aside your defenses and let my love heal you from the inside out. If you have felt alone, remember, you never truly are. When you reach the end of your own strength, mine is still available. I do not ask for huge gestures. I simply ask for a heart that will trust me in the small, unseen moments. As you bring me your tiredness, I will gently exchange it for new strength. It may not happen all at once, but day by day you will sense new life, new hope, new vision. Release the harsh judgments you hold against yourself. Stop measuring your path against anyone else's. I am writing a unique story with your life, and every part has value, even the ones you would like to erase. Your past does not disqualify you. It becomes a testimony of my grace and your endurance. I can use every part of your story, your failures, your tears, your victories, and weave them into a picture that speaks of my faithfulness. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Not one day, not one tear, not one desire. As time moves on, I will keep feeding your soul with peace that does not depend on your situation. When you come to me, I restore your inner life with a calm that circumstances cannot shake. When confusion surrounds you, answers and guidance are available in me. When your thoughts race and anxieties build, return to my embrace. Let my vision steady you. There is so much more for you to discover. More love, more purpose, more freedom than you have known. Trust that I am always working for your good, using every season to bring out beauty and growth. I see you when you struggle to believe your life is aligned with my plan. I see your quiet tears and your longing to be sure you will not be left behind. Nothing you go through escapes my notice. In seasons full of joy or full of sorrow, I am actively working, shaping not only your surroundings, but your heart. Do not withdraw from the refining moments. They are not punishments, but invitations to deeper closeness with me. As you hand me your plans, something beautiful happens. The pressure on your heart begins to lift, and my peace wraps around you. This peace is not fragile or shallow. It is anchored in my eternal presence. It is the deep knowing that you are held in hands that never fail. The desires you carry, the dreams you barely dare to whisper, are not unknown to me. Before you spoke them, I planted many of them inside you for a purpose. I delight in guiding you, bringing clarity and refining your desires so that they lead to true joy, not empty gain. When you stand at a crossroads with pressure on every side, remember that waiting with me is never wasted. In these times, I am building perseverance and wisdom in you that you will need long after the answer arrives. Your gifts, your passions, your story, all are precious to me, woven together by my intentional love. Release your need to prove yourself. You are already my beloved, already chosen. Pay attention to the voices that speak doubt and fear over you. They are persistent, but they are not telling the truth. Listen instead to my voice. You are more than your mistakes and fears. I see not just brokenness, but redemption. I see new life beginning in places you thought were dead. The story I am writing with you will bring hope to others in ways you cannot yet see. Even the parts you would rather hide can become sources of life for others when you place them in my care. Lay your burdens before me. I am not distant. Every sigh, longing, and regret reaches me like a prayer. You do not need to pretend. I treasure your honesty more than your attempts at perfection. Where you see failure, I see a door for my grace. Turn your hidden places toward me. Let my light enter your shadows. Let my love gently take apart the walls you built to protect yourself. Those walls may have felt safe, but they also kept out healing and connection. I know trust feels risky, but I promise never to betray it. My faithfulness outlasts every disappointment and every broken promise you have experienced. You may have felt alone in your past struggles, but I have always been beside you. My presence does not depend on your mood or your success. I am your anchor in every storm. You may feel slow in your progress, thinking you should have grown more by now. Remember, I measure growth differently. Every small act of kindness, every hesitant step of obedience, every moment you turn back to me is precious. You are not racing against anyone. What matters is that you keep moving toward the person I created you to be. Celebrate small victories. They are proof that I am working in you. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. I have written a story for you that is unlike any other. When fear rises, see it as a chance to lean closer to me. Courage does not mean you never tremble. It means you move forward with me despite it. Bring me your worries, your doubts, your questions. We will carry them together. My plans for you are not fragile. You cannot ruin them by being imperfect. There is room in my grace for missteps and questions. Instead of hiding your fear, let it draw you closer to my heart. When your heart cries for change or breakthrough, do not sink into despair. I am not absent. I am preparing what is best in the right time. Even while you wait, I am working. I am adjusting details and shaping hearts, including your own. Your impatience cannot rush my plan, but your trust can fill the waiting with meaning and hope. Giving your will to me does not erase who you are. It refines and deepens who you are. As you offer your life to me, I reveal gifts and strengths you did not know were there. My spirit breathes life into what was sleeping inside you. Vision and creativity wake up. There is more in you than you have dreamed. As you draw close, I will reveal more of my heart to you and invite you into a new season of purpose. Let gratitude shape your days, even when you feel like complaining. Thankfulness opens your eyes to my activity around you. Notice the small signs of my care. A kind word, laughter shared, a moment of peace in chaos. These are gifts from me. Reminders that every day holds a chance to meet me. When shame tries to silence your worship, remember I have removed the barrier between us. No past is too dark. No wound is too deep for my love to heal. Come to me with your whole story. I rejoice over you, even when you feel unworthy. My joy does not fade with your emotions or circumstances. Let yourself be drawn into my delight. You will find freedom from burdens you have carried for too long. Sometimes you feel a deep tiredness, the kind that makes you question if you can keep going. In those moments, know that you are not carrying everything alone. My presence surrounds you like the embrace of a parent who never grows weary. Even in your private doubts, when you feel unseen or taken for granted, I am deeply aware of every sacrifice, every quiet act of kindness, every choice you make for good. There is power in small obedience. I notice every step you take toward love. Your heart matters more to me than any outward achievement. Your willingness to admit your need for me delights my heart. Let me renew you with a hope that does not fade. I have never asked you to save yourself with your own strength. Each day you surrender to me, I meet you with fresh mercy, carefully suited to what you face. I am inviting you to move from striving in your own energy to depending on my endless strength. Rest is not laziness, it is trust. It is believing I am working on your behalf even when you see no sign. Your story is richer than you realize. I see how your wounds will become wells of compassion for others. The pain you have carried is not wasted. When surrendered to me, sorrow becomes the ground for greater joy. The things that broke your heart, I speak promises over. No scar is too deep for my healing. I take what the world calls ruined and rebuild it with beauty that has not yet been seen. If you allow me, I will grow gardens from ashes. Change will bloom quietly until what seemed dead is suddenly full of life again. It is not weakness to cry in my presence. I cherish your honest tears. You do not need to hide your struggle to be loved by me. Vulnerability is the ground where closeness with me grows. When you feel most alone in your pain, I am closest, holding you in the silence, speaking comfort through your sighs. The life of faith asks for more than outward actions. I desire your heart, its desires, fears, and hopes. Bring every part of yourself, even the messy and confused parts, into my light. I do not turn away from your questions or frustration. I receive you and gladly walk with you into deeper trust. When you want to numb your pain or escape your discomfort, remember that nothing can fill your soul like honest connection with me. Let go of the pressure to have all the answers. I call you beloved before you settle a single doubt. In your simple willingness to turn to me, I draw near. Transformation is often slow and gentle. I am never rushing you. You do not disappoint me by needing time. Your journey is unique, and I bless every step you take toward me, even when you are unsure. Where the world heaps expectations and demands perfection, I give grace upon grace. As you move through uncertain days, remember your life is held by me, not ruled by fate or random events. Before you knew your own needs and dreams, I had already woven purpose into your life. Every desire for meaning, every question that keeps you awake is known to me. These longings for significance are not flaws. They are signs of the calling I placed inside you. When you wonder if your voice matters, know that every small prayer is heard. Every whisper, every cry, even those you cannot put into words, reaches me. My attention is never divided. You have my full gaze. When decisions weigh heavily and you fear choosing wrongly, remember my guidance is not hidden from you. I am ready to show you the next step as you quiet your heart and ask humbly. Many times my voice is not in the loud moments, but in a gentle sense of peace where you would expect fear, or in a nudge toward kindness when anger feels easier. I celebrate your tenderness and your care for others. The world often measures greatness by power or status, but in my kingdom, greatness is measured by love. When you turn toward someone in need, when you forgive instead of resent, you reflect who I am. Your ability to care is a precious gift from me. Guard it. Do not let disappointment harden your heart. Your openness is a light in a cold world. Letting yourself be moved with compassion will not leave you empty. I refill those who pour themselves out in love. Feeling deeply is not a flaw. In my presence, it is strength. If you are tired from trying to prove yourself, come to me with your exhaustion. My acceptance does not depend on your performance. I welcome you simply because you are mine. Every time you come back to me, no matter how many times you have wandered, I rejoice. There is more mercy in my heart than you will ever need. You do not have to reach some standard of perfection before you can rest in my love. My love exists before your achievements, holds you in your weakness, and outlasts every failure. I nourish your soul in ways constant busyness never can. Some gifts are only received in stillness. Some treasures are only found when you stop striving and let yourself be held. Let gratitude open your eyes to the simple wonders around you. Life's beauty is not always loud or dramatic. I am present in everyday moments, the warmth of light, shared laughter, a quiet comfort. Every breath and heartbeat is evidence of my care. Practice thankfulness, not as a duty, but as a doorway to joy. As you see my touch in ordinary blessings, you will find a contentment that circumstances cannot give. When your heart is tuned to gratitude, worry loses power, and you become more open to my guidance. Worry cannot add anything to your life. Place what you cannot control into my hands. Trust that I hold all things together with wisdom far greater than yours. Love will sometimes ask you to take risks, to be vulnerable. I equip you for every calling, not by making you self-sufficient, but by teaching you to depend on me. When you go beyond your own strength, you become an instrument of my grace. Failure is not the end. Mistakes do not disqualify you. When you dare to move forward, I am there to catch you, redirect you, and celebrate your courage. Fear has a voice, but it is not mine. I call you forward even when you cannot see how things will end. My presence with you is your assurance. Trust that I have already gone ahead to prepare the way. You have come a long way with me, through both hidden valleys and new heights in your heart. Each time you turn toward me, a quiet courage grows. Even when shadows close in and pressure surrounds you, I see how you hesitate, feeling like your offering is small or unfinished, like your voice is too soft in a loud world. But I tell you, every whisper you bring to me matters. Every longing you lift to me is received in fullness. Nothing is overlooked, nothing is ignored. When you offer the pieces of your day, your questions, your small joys, I treasure them. I am not distant. I am as close as the breath in your lungs. It is not your grand achievements that delight me most, but your honest pursuit of me. My eyes do not stay fixed on your flaws, but on your willingness to return again and again with open hands and a searching heart. Where others may see only inconsistency or judge your progress, I see the intention, the struggle, and the beauty of your inward change. I am the one who gently loosens every knot of shame and reweaves what was broken into something uniquely whole. You have often judged yourself by the harsh standards of others or by old memories of failure. But I am unwavering in my love. I refuse to let any label or wound define you apart from my love. Sometimes you feel like your prayers echo into emptiness, like I am hidden or slow to respond. I invite you to see my delays not as refusals, but as invitations to deeper trust. I know you long for quick answers and clear signs. Yet I work on a canvas much bigger than you can see. The threads I use include waiting and spaces where faith grows and surrender becomes quiet worship. In those times, I hold your sighs and tears as holy. What looks like a pause is often the slow birth of what is best. It is the gentle preparation of the next chapter. If you could see yourself through my eyes instead of through fear or anxiety, you would see the huge potential I have placed in you. Each day holds chances not only for success, but for meeting me, moments where my whisper guides your next step and my presence anchors you. Resist comparing your life to others. What I'm writing in you is different on purpose. Where you see limitation, I see space for my grace. Where you feel unseen, I am planting seeds that will grow later. Lean into me, my beloved. Rest in knowing you are not forgotten or abandoned. Do not let the noise of doubt drown out my steady encouragement. I am rebuilding you from the inside out, growing a resilience that will stand firm when things around you change. I know every scar, both visible and hidden. I do not turn away. I draw nearer, inviting you to let me redeem each wound. No shame is too strong. No regret is too large for my light. Bring me the stories you hide and the memories you wish you could erase. I am gentle and strong enough to untangle them and reclaim every chapter for good. Think of how a gardener supports a small tree, protecting and pruning it through storms. In the same way I have cared for you, sometimes sheltering you, sometimes trimming, always with wise patience. Growth rarely happens overnight. Fruit is rarely perfect at first. Trust the process I am leading you through, even when you feel confused or disappointed. I value your willingness to open your heart again, even after pain. I take the broken pieces and over time return them not only restored, but shining with mercy and endurance. Let me remind you every day of my steady commitment. Nothing you have faced, are facing, or will face is beyond my power to redeem. The world demands perfection. I desire relationship. Bring me your tiredness and your questions and let them become the place where strong hope begins to grow. When you feel unable, remember, I do not choose you because of your strength or skill. I choose you because you are willing to say yes. I supply what you lack. I pour courage into shaking hearts and clarity into confusion. I love to show my strength in the very places you only saw weakness. Invite me into every corner of your life. There is no place I am unwilling to enter with you. This journey does not require you to have every answer. I seek your honesty, your humble admission of need, your choice to turn back to me again and again. There is no one in my family that I reject. No child is pushed away from my arms. If your heart is weary, let it rest in the truth that you are constantly pursued and never abandoned. Let the burden you carry fall at my feet. I will teach you how to live in freedom, not by trying harder, but by trusting deeper. My peace will come where you once felt turmoil. My joy will rise where sorrow tried to root itself. You are loved just as you are, yet I lead you into who you were always meant to be. Listen closely. The world will try to tie you up with fear and expectations, but I am untying you, inviting you to walk lighter in my care. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. I see when discouragement weighs you down and when your hope runs low. I am not impatient with your process. My timing is not rushed, only steady with a love that does not fade. Trust me with your tomorrow. Stay with me in your today. Each morning, my mercies are written fresh over your life. Let go of yesterday's failure and tomorrow's worry. Right now, I am here with you, speaking to the place that hurts most. Breathe deeply. Let my nearness be more than an idea. Let it be your reality. My heart longs for your freedom even more than you do. There is healing for every hidden hurt, joy waiting after every tear, and new doors opening even if you cannot see them yet. My hand is still stretched out toward you. Will you walk with me? Answer me now, even in a whisper. Yes, I will walk with you. If you can, write this commitment somewhere, on your heart, in your journal, or say it aloud, so that your own ears hear your answer to my invitation. As you walk beside me, you will see that my wisdom is different from the world's. The world shouts its advice, trusts only itself, and worships independence. I call you into a place where wisdom flows from stillness, humility, and trust. I do not ask you to carry your own journey by yourself. I ask you to lean in, to quiet your heart so you can hear my voice through the confusion. Even when the way looks tangled or dark, my guidance does not fail. With each step, especially when you don't understand, my light will meet your feet. And when you do not feel me near, when uncertainty closes in, that is where deep faith is formed, where you learn to know me beyond emotion and sight through trust that holds on. Do not underestimate my gentle persistence inside you. I am not upset with your questions. I see how your heart wrestles and how much you want to please me. Even when your actions fall short or your courage fades, every movement toward me matters. I gather your scattered prayers, your quiet confessions, your hidden cries, and I answer with grace that changes you from within. My work in your heart is rarely sudden. It is like roots growing under the soil, unseen but unstoppable. Give yourself room to grow. When you stumble, do not run from me. Bring your failures to me. In your surrender, I reshape you and strengthen your resolve. I take delight in your hunger for what is true and lasting. Many voices will shout for your loyalty, offering quick pleasures and empty promises. But my truth is a living stream that cannot run dry. You do not have to fight to get my attention or earn my affection. Come as you are. Share your doubts, your uncertainty, your hidden fears. In my presence, nothing is wasted. Even your confusion becomes a doorway into deeper understanding. You are safe to be vulnerable here. I am both your strong fortress and your gentle healer. There will be times when love feels heavy, when forgiving others feels impossible. You are called not only to receive mercy but to give it, even to those who have hurt you. This is not an easy road. I know the cost of forgiveness. I carried it myself. But as you release others from your judgment, you find your own freedom. Chains of bitterness fall, and your heart becomes able to hold more of my joy. Let me teach you to love as I love. Strong, patient, without demanding anything in return. This kind of love does not deny wrong, but it transforms it. It breaks open hard places and allows fresh life to flow, bringing healing to your heart and those around you. I am working not only in your victories, but also in your valleys. The moments when you feel most afraid or weak are the very moments my strength can shine brightest. I am not ashamed of your humanity. I made you and know every fragile part. I walk with you in grief, anxiety, and disappointment, and I refuse to leave you, even when you doubt your own worth. Your life is not measured only by big successes, but by the simple courage you show each day to rise, to hope, and to believe that new things are possible. My plans for you are wider than what you can see, and my timing is full of wisdom. Nothing is wasted, not your pain, not your delays, not your questions. Come close when you cannot sleep, when your thoughts spin and your heart is heavy. Let me be your comfort. Talk to me. Tell me your fears, big and small. I am not overwhelmed by your struggles or surprised by your questions. My presence can carry the weight of your heaviest thoughts. You do not need perfect words. Just open your heart, and I will answer with peace stronger than your trouble. You are never alone, whatever the day or night brings. There is power in remembering. Think of the times I have come through for you, moments of help, unexpected provision, soft nudges, or just a calm you could not explain. Let these memories anchor you when your current season feels hard. My faithfulness does not weaken with time. Every promise I have made remains secure, waiting for its perfect fulfillment. As you recall my goodness, your hope will grow and your trust will deepen. Do not be afraid of what lies ahead. The future is never hidden from me. While your path winds and your eyes cannot see around each bend, I hold it all, the things you fear and the things you long for. Your prayers are heard, your needs are seen, your dreams are known. I delight to give good gifts. I guide your steps with wisdom. You do not need to predict your future or control every outcome. What matters is your heart's posture. Will you release worry, rest in my love, and let me lead? You are safest in the center of my will, even when everything around you looks uncertain. Know this, nothing is too broken for me. Every shattered place, every strained relationship, every lost hope, none are beyond my reach. I specialize in fresh starts and beauty out of ashes. My grace is not for a select few. It is for anyone who comes thirsty and humble. Let hope grow where despair tried to live. I am doing something new in you, even now, even in seasons that feel dry. You may question why your struggles linger or why answers seem slow. I see the full picture of your circumstances and the depths of your heart. Some answers will unfold with time. Others will remain hidden for now. But through all of it, I am shaping you into someone more resilient and compassionate. Be gentle with yourself. I am gentle with you. The fruit I am growing in your life cannot be rushed. It will blossom in its season and bring blessing to many. Keep your eyes on me when distractions pull at you. Let me be your focus, your solid ground, your unshakable peace. As the world shifts and demands push in, step back for a moment and breathe in my words. You are not created to run endlessly or chase approval that fades. Rest in who you are, beloved, chosen, safe in my care. From this place of security, you can face whatever comes with courage, knowing you are anchored by a love that will never let you go. When fears suddenly rise or worries nibble at your confidence, remember, I know not only what burdens you, but why. Nothing escapes my loving eyes. I bring light into deep darkness and call courage out of trembling hearts. Think of fields after heavy rain. The soil grows soft and ready for new life. In the same way, I can use every season, even the heavy ones, to soften your heart and prepare it for my gentle work. Do not be ashamed of your fragile places. They are not proof of failure, but invitations for my strength. It is in those moments when you finally admit, I cannot carry this alone, that I lift your burdens and turn nights of unrest into mornings of calm assurance. I see when you question the value of your prayers, thinking they are too small, too hesitant, or too repetitive for me to notice. But every word, every sigh, every longing reaches me. You may keep some worries quiet, unsure if they are big enough to bring to me. But I do not measure your concerns by size. I cherish them because they come from your heart. Trust that I am listening, not from afar, but as a loving father who is always watching for you to turn toward me. Your voice is never lost in the noise of the world. Each time you call, I am already there, fully present and compassionate. I know your deep desire for meaning, for a purpose that can survive every disappointment. Sometimes you chase approval or possessions, hoping they will satisfy the ache inside. But what you truly seek is found in loving, forgiving, and hoping, even when it is costly. A heart softened by endurance, humility, and thankfulness carries a beauty that reflects eternity. As you move forward, do not despise the challenges that stretch you. What you see as obstacles are often tools I use to carve wisdom, patience, and understanding into your life. I am pleased when you take even small steps into unknown places with faith. Each step is trust, drawing you closer to me. When you feel tempted to pull away from people and build walls around your heart, remember that healing also flows outward. As you allow yourself to be known and love others without guaranteed returns, my grace moves. The world calls vulnerability weakness. I call it the doorway to real strength. I patiently help you open your heart, heal old wounds, and embrace the gift of community. Let your love outlast your fear, and you will see new fruit growing even where relationships once felt dead. When your failures replay in your mind and shame says you are unworthy of another chance, hear me. No stain is too dark for my mercy. My forgiveness is not cold or distant. It is a living stream that washes you daily. Do not keep wearing the old coat of condemnation. Receive the new robe I place on your shoulders, the covering of hope and honor. Walk forward dressed in this grace. I delight in remaking broken things into beauty and strength. This is not just a hope for someday. It is what I speak over you every single day. The journey I invite you into is not about perfection, but about being willing to be led, corrected, and loved. I am not looking for flawless performance, but an open, teachable heart. When you stumble or slow down, my hand is still stretched out, steady and sure. Lessons learned in weakness become the most powerful encouragement you share with others later on. Let the compassion you have received from me pour into those carrying burdens like yours. Every time you choose kindness over criticism, patience over anger, and truth over lies, you show the world that I am at work within you. You may not understand why some prayers wait, or why certain seasons last longer than you hoped. But know this, I do not waste any tear or moment. My timing may be a mystery, but it is shaped by a wisdom that sees the beginning and the end. I call you forward, not because you have everything figured out, but because you are held by the one who does. Even as you hear this, I am drawing close to the places where you doubt if I see, if I care, if I remember. I am nearer than your breath. My love is steady and constant, sustaining you through uncertainty. When you feel unseen, as if the world keeps moving and you are left behind, know that your life is deeply known to me. I see not only your outward situation, but the story forming inside you. Your worth is not measured by applause or recognition, but by how you receive and reflect my love in daily, ordinary moments. There is great power in a quiet word, an unseen act of generosity, and the courage to try again. Do not despise small beginnings or compare your path to someone else's. I use every thread you surrender to me, and no color or season is wasted. If striving has made you tired and unsure of your progress, pause in my presence. I am not judging you by productivity or assigning love based on what you accomplish. With me, rest is trust. It is choosing to believe that you are cherished because you are mine, not because you have done enough. In stillness, I restore what busyness cannot. In trust, I awaken dreams you thought were gone and bring hope where despair grew. Open your heart again to these words. You are seen, you are loved, you are chosen, and you are held by my unfailing devotion. Let this truth guide your steps, not just as comfort, but as a firm foundation. As you yield to my gentle leading, you will find answers to deep questions and strength to become a carrier of hope for others. Do not fear beginning again. My mercies are always new, always enough, always directed toward you. Release your worries and let me design your future. Every hope, every doubt, every trembling desire is gathered by me and woven into my plans. You do not walk alone. I have made a way for you through every wilderness and planned a sunrise after every long night. Before you go on, choose one thing from this message that touched you. Decide how you will live it today. Speak it, write it, or share it with someone who needs hope. Let what you have heard move from your ears into your actions. When fear bites at your heart and doubt presses in, remember, I do not judge you for feeling weak. I understand every sigh and longing. My strength is most clearly seen when yours is almost gone. When storms rage, hold on to me. I am your shelter. Let every hardship become a seed of deeper trust between us. As you surrender your burdens, you will see my faithfulness in ways that go beyond what you hoped. Come close and taste the quiet courage that grows when you stay connected to me. Abiding in me is not a lofty idea. It is as simple as your next breath. When you pause in your day and turn your thoughts to me, I hear your silent prayers and begin shaping answers even before you can form the words. Between your heartbeats, there is room for my presence to fill you with peace instead of exhaustion, determination instead of restlessness. So quiet your soul. I do not shout over the noise of your life. I speak with steady, gentle persistence, inviting you into a life deeper than anything the world can offer. When you compare your journey to others, wondering if you are enough or if you are noticed, remember this. I see your quiet persistence. I see you continuing even with a limp, refusing to give up. Comparison steals your joy and distorts the beauty of your story. You were never meant to copy someone else. You were created to reflect a unique expression of me. When envy whispers, return to the truth that you are my beloved. I shaped your heart, your joys, your tears, your hidden strengths, and your silent prayers. I call you good. Your journey, with all its turns and pauses, is a work of art I cherish. Forgiveness for yourself and others is a doorway waiting at the edge of your pain. Many people hold on to hurts, thinking time alone will heal them. But only my love can truly heal. When you forgive, you are not saying what happened is okay. You are placing justice and healing into my hands. As you release the chains wrapped around old hurt, you will find new freedom. At first, forgiveness might feel impossible, but my grace flows into the very places you surrender. Let me soften your memories and bring new endings filled with hope. Watch how, in letting go, your spirit becomes lighter and your future brighter. You may have faced losses that made your heart afraid to dream again. I am not blind to your grief or indifferent to your fear of hope. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Yet in the ashes of what seemed like the end, I plant new beginnings. What looks like a final door closing is often an entrance to unexpected provision and deeper joy. Do not be afraid to hope. I am doing something new in you and around you. Give me even a small seed of trust and watch it grow. My promises are not empty. They are living. As you dare to believe them, they will break through the soil of your circumstances with unstoppable life. Every act of kindness, every moment you stop to help someone is seen and multiplied by me. Even the smallest gesture can carry huge impact in my hands. Through these acts, you become my heart and hands to the world. When you doubt the value of what you give, remember that my love often shows up in ordinary ways. Keep sowing goodness even when no one praises you. Each hidden act plants a blessing that will bloom at the right time. Nothing done in love is wasted. Keep your heart soft, willing to learn and change. Stubbornness may look like strength, but real resilience is found in humility. Let me shape your character. Let me trim away what no longer produces good fruit and bring out what is best in you. Growth can feel uncomfortable. When I reveal areas that need renewal, trust my work even when it unsettles you. I never act with cruelty. Discipline is always wrapped in compassion. You are in the hands of one who celebrates the good in you and patiently tends the rest. There will be times when you are misunderstood or rejected, and your heart will feel the weight of loneliness. In those seasons, let my company be your comfort. I am the friend who never turns away, the listener who hears what you do not say. Let isolation become closeness with me. I have treasures of wisdom and comfort for those who sit with me in the quiet. Your worth does not rise or fall with others' opinions. I affirm your value every day. The steady assurance of my love will carry you when others leave. You are never alone. You are always without fail, loved by me. Let prayer become the rhythm of your days, not a task, but a living conversation. Speak honestly. Let your prayers include your questions and your praise. When you have no words, your tears and sighs rise to me as prayers. I understand what you cannot express. Invite me into both your celebrations and your struggles. Nothing is too small or too complicated for my care. As you build this habit, your trust will grow and my nearness will become your joy. Right now, pause, close your eyes, and whisper one honest sentence to me. Let this be your first small step. My vision for your life reaches beyond what you think is possible. Rise into each new day knowing I am already there, preparing good paths for you to walk in. When confusion comes, pause and ask for my help. I will gently light your way one step at a time, giving you what you need and shaping you into a living example of grace. I am not done with you. Every unwritten chapter of your life is safely in my hands, and I rejoice in the masterpiece we are creating together. You have walked with me through busyness and stillness, through days of deep questions and nights of heavy hearts. Know this, you are seen. You are known. Nothing in your journey is too small, too tangled, or too dark for my care. I am closer to you than the air you breathe. I am the gentle whisper that steadies you when fear rises and the quiet joy that awakens when hope begins again. Even when the world pushes you into anxiety, hurry, and pressure, I am inviting you to rest in the truth that you are never walking alone. Every challenge you face and every deep desire in your heart is held within my wisdom and my careful love. Where you have felt heavy with expectations and hurt by disappointment, I long to lift you into places you've never imagined. Places where joy does not depend on what happens around you, but on being close to me. Let your heart relax from trying to do everything on your own. You do not need to figure out every detail before you take a step. Walk with me in trust. Step into the provision I have already prepared, and begin to notice the quiet beauty even in slow and hidden seasons. I am using your waiting, shaping your character in the pauses, teaching you how rich patience can be when it grows from love. You do not need to be perfect or put together to be precious to me. While the world praises what looks strong and impressive, I see and treasure the hidden sacrifices, the silent prayers, and the small acts of kindness that no one else notices. Your pain is not invisible to me. I see the cracks in your heart, the private sorrows you hide behind a smile. Let me sit with you in those places and be the comfort you have long needed. I do not ask you to ignore your pain or to pretend you are fine. I come as your healer, ready to bind your wounds and breathe new life into places that feel worn out by struggle. Not one tear you have cried is wasted. In my hands, every sorrow can grow into compassion that will overflow to others. I am turning your mourning into deeper understanding, so your life can show that brokenness never has the final word. If this is touching your heart, place your hand over your chest and quietly say, God, I invite you into this, and let that simple whisper be your prayer. Remember, my strength shines best in your weakness. When you admit your need for me and lean into me, you open the door to a grace that is more than enough for every situation. Stop trying to impress me with perfection. Come close with all that you are, honest, messy, and real. My love does not pull away when you are confused or when you fail. Those are the very moments I invite you to receive mercy and to be renewed with new courage. Let go of the fear that keeps you small. Take my hand and allow me to lead you into spaces where your gifts can grow, free from comparison and the fear of not being enough. Let your life mirror my generosity and my faithfulness. Open your hands to give as freely as you have received. No act of kindness is too small, no sign of compassion too simple to matter. You are my vessel in this world, called to carry light into dark and heavy places. When you feel ordinary or unimportant, remember that I love to use the humble to show my greatest works. Your purpose is not something you must chase anxiously. I am growing it in you day by day as you surrender to my guidance. I delight in watching you grow, in seeing your courage when you choose love instead of fear, forgiveness instead of bitterness. If someone you know needs this comfort, share these words with them, and let your act of love become a channel of my hope. The seeds of faith you plant, prayers, choices, small steps of obedience, are never wasted, even when you see no quick results. I am watering your trust and your patience, bringing fruit in the right season. When progress feels slow or your heart feels dull, I am still at work like a patient gardener who never gives up on the field he loves. When you stumble or lose sight of hope, do not run away in shame. Run toward me with your questions, your honesty, and your most unfiltered prayers. I am not irritated by your humanity. I am gentle, patient, and deeply committed to your transformation. Let each disappointment become an invitation to trust me more. Lean into the mystery that my ways are higher than yours, and that my timing is always right. The dreams and desires I have placed within you are meant to be anchored in me. When your hopes feel threatened by delays or setbacks, do not bury them in despair. Plant them again in faith. Watch how I bring back what you thought was lost and create beauty from ashes. Hold on to my promises and let gratitude open the door to peace. Every breath you take with awareness of my nearness is a step into the abundant life I long to share with you. Keep your heart soft. Stay teachable, ready to hear my voice and slow to close off in fear or cynicism. The world needs your story, your tenderness, and the kind of joy that can rise even when life is uncertain. I am with you now and always, in low valleys and high mountaintops, in laughter and in tears. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not your doubts, not your failures, not even the seasons when I seem silent to you. What you receive with me in quiet moments is meant to spill over into your everyday life. Let my words shape how you speak, how you choose, and how you respond to those in need. Be quick to forgive. Be ready to celebrate. Be eager to learn. Be generous with your hope. I will keep revealing my faithfulness to you in new ways. Every turn in your journey meets a moment I have prepared, a place filled with my presence and purpose. You may wonder whether my words truly reach you in the middle of your confusion and the weight you carry inside. Do not doubt it. You are seen, and you are placed exactly where you need to be for what I am doing now. There are depths of love and hope ahead that you have not yet discovered. Truths meant to wake your heart and draw you closer to the life I always desired for you. What unfolds as you open your heart will not just soothe you, it will change you if you allow it. Something is stirring within you now, a quiet spark ready to ignite new vision and fresh strength in your spirit. But hear this clearly. If you turn away or harden your heart, you may miss what I long to give you in this moment. This is not a repeat of empty words. This is my living, personal, attentive voice, meeting you as only your Creator can. I see how you keep memories, both the gentle ones and the painful ones, how you hold them like treasures and burdens at the same time. I have watched you grow in quiet places, learning the difference between shallow promises and the deeper, calmer tone of my voice. Every sigh, every longing, every anxious thought has been noticed. And still you sense that something is missing, a fullness you have not yet tasted. Let those empty spaces become holy ground. Let them become the altar where I meet you and reshape your heart for greater joy and deeper trust than you've ever imagined. Let me speak into the bruised areas, the tired hopes, the places that feel thin and fragile. I know your pain well. Do not let regret or fear drown out the small whispers of hope that are still alive inside you. I am not far away. I am not ignoring you. I am very near, ready to lead you into peace that lasts and purpose that reaches the deepest hunger in your soul. Your days have moved beneath changing skies, bright at times, dim at others. I have watched you search for belonging, for acceptance, for something steady in a world that constantly shifts. I was there in the joyful noise and in the quiet nights when you sat with worries no one else could see. Nothing is wasted with me. The shattered moments, the silent tears, the things you wish had been different, all of it is being woven into a story I am writing with you. Believe that I am doing something new in you. What I am doing does not depend on your worthiness or the strength of your effort. It rests on my steady love and my power to restore. Allow for the possibility that I am greater than every disappointment and every broken promise you've received. If you listen with your spirit, you will hear the echo of my faithfulness. Even now, my invitation is calling you away from comparison, from the pressure to earn your value, from cycles of not enough. Come closer. Lay down the spinning questions and the harsh judgments you place on yourself. My love for you is not a prize for good behavior. It flows freely because I have called you my own. I set my affection on you not because you did everything right, but because I delight in you. Let this truth quiet the striving inside you and teach you to rest in who I am for you. At times, you replay your failures, measuring them against the goodness you desire, wondering if you will ever measure up. You cannot cancel my love or derail my purpose for you by your weakness. My strength is fully able to fill the places you wish were stronger. The very parts of your life where you feel most broken, least worthy, those are often the places where I choose to show my glory. Watch and see how I can turn the ashes of disappointment into a crown of beauty. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. I am the author of your story, and I am not finished. The chapters ahead have been crafted with love, not left to random chance. Trust my timing and my wisdom. You have not missed your moment. You are right on time for what I want to give you now. Let me remind you of the home I long to build in your heart. Not a life free from all trouble, but a life filled with my peace and presence, even in storms. I have always wanted closeness with you. You were never meant to wander alone or fight in your own strength. In every dry place, I have had a hidden stream for you. In every wilderness, I have been the shade that keeps you from burning out. My spirit stays near, translating the groans of your heart and breathing new courage into your days. Do not keep yourself far from me out of shame or doubt. I have already come close. Take even one trembling step toward me, and you will find my arms ready and my embrace secure. Be honest about the ache you carry. I am not surprised by your disappointment or annoyed with your questions. I welcome your honesty more than any polished prayers. Bring me your unfiltered thoughts, your half-formed fears, the things you can barely put into words. I will not reject what you bring, no matter how unfinished it feels. I will take what you offer and weave it into something beautiful. Hope rising from heaviness, peace where anger once lived, new dreams growing from old ashes. I am never discouraged by your weakness. I am moved when you turn toward me, even if all you can manage is a whisper or a tear. I know your frame, your limits, your story, and I still reach out to you, inviting you to rest in my arms. You have become used to striving, to carrying loads I never asked you to carry. I want to teach you a different way. My way is a rhythm of grace, lighter, truer, and more lasting. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. Let me take the heaviness that weighs you down. You were never meant to survive on willpower alone, but to live by grace upon grace and by a love that never runs out. Rest now. Not because every problem is solved, but because I am with you in the middle of it all. My presence is enough, even in uncertainty, and even when answers feel far away. Let your soul grow quiet and remember that I am God, not distant or uninvolved, but right here, holding you and singing songs of deliverance over you. There will be days when you cannot feel me, when doubts push hard and exhaustion makes hope feel far away. In those moments, remember that I am faithful and I do not change. You are not forgotten. I am working even when you cannot see it. My plans for you are not undone by your questions or your fatigue. When you don't have words to pray, simply sit with me. I receive your silence, your sighs, even your confusion as precious offerings. My compassion is deeper than any ocean, a well that never runs dry. Let my words settle into you like seeds, growing in their own time. You do not walk alone, and you never will. My beloved, open the door you've kept closed out of fear and disappointment. Let your heart be seen. It is safe with me. Release the need to control and to understand everything before you surrender. Trust grows most in surrender, not in certainty. Choose trust today. Let it be the courage that draws you closer to me, one trembling step at a time. I have watched your journey carefully from the moment your life began. You have never been hidden from me, not for a single heartbeat. Even when you questioned whether I was near or whether I remembered you, know with confidence that your presence brings me joy. I have pursued you with gentleness instead of force, because every step you take toward me matters, and every pause you feel is completely understood. I see the uncertainty in your heart, the doubts, the past wounds, the questions that echo in the quiet. Lean in, because I have treasures to show you that can only be received when you let your guard down and open to healing love. You may feel limited by your past, by mistakes, by the fear that you will never become what you hope. Let me speak to that deep place in you, the part that longs for both acceptance and freedom. The emptiness and restlessness you feel is not a defect. It is the imprint of my image in you, calling you deeper into relationship with me. I am inviting you beyond familiar habit and empty routine. I want to share specific wisdom with you to guide you in the very situations you face right now. Do not underestimate what is possible when you walk with me. Burdens you have carried alone for years are not meant to stay on your shoulders. Even now, as you hear these words, my presence surrounds you, not as an idea, but as living comfort, here to renew your hope. If you are tired from carrying too much for too long, lay that weight before me. Every hidden worry, every unspoken desire, every fear about your future, I hold them all carefully. There are times when you think I am silent because you don't see quick change, but my work often begins quietly, under the surface, preparing your life for things you cannot yet see. Trust that even the smallest step of faith can open wide doors to my grace and provision. You are never alone in your struggle. Nothing is wasted in my kingdom. Every tear, every prayer, every effort to keep going is precious to me. I am weaving all things together for your good, even the parts that do not yet make sense to you. Every day with me is filled with new possibility. I do not get tired of your repeated questions, and I am not frustrated by slow progress. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. See yourself as I see you, not as a list of flaws, but as my beloved child, filled with strength and dignity you have not yet fully discovered. When you let my love define you, fear and shame begin to lose their grip. I know the parts of yourself you struggle to accept, and I am not disappointed in you. My plan for you is steady, not fragile, and it does not break under the weight of your mistakes or moods. Even in the places where you feel weakest, I am covering you. Imagine a garden that seems dry, with seeds hidden beneath the soil. Even there, life is quietly stirring underneath. Do not rush your seasons. I care for the growth that cannot be hurried. I value both the waiting and the moving forward. When you feel restless and unsure of your next step, remember that I see the whole path, even when your view is cloudy. Trust me to lead you one step at a time. I am not impatient, and I know how to guide you gently at your pace. If bitterness or disappointment has hardened parts of your heart, let my love be like soft rain that loosens the ground again. You do not need to pretend with me. I welcome your fears and your hopes. My grace is enough for even the places you hope no one else ever sees. I have patience for your questions and compassion for your doubts. Come without pretending. Let me reshape what you believe is possible and remind you of who you truly are. There have been moments when you felt unseen, misjudged, or misunderstood. Others may have labeled you too quickly or missed your true intentions. I invite you now to set those old labels aside and let me tell you who you are. You are not alone in feeling the pressure of expectations from others and from yourself. Give those to me. I am strong and gentle enough to hold them all. I will show you the freedom of living as someone deeply loved and fully known. I have seen all your days, past, present, and those still to come, and I hold them in my hands. Do not be afraid to dream again, even if earlier hopes were delayed or hurt. I restore what seems lost. Let me heal the parts of you that feel too scared to trust again. I am always doing something new. Even now, as you listen, let your heart move a little closer to me, even if only with a quiet whisper. I cherish every tiny response of faith, no matter how unsure. I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for openness, a willingness to be shaped and cared for in my love. Old habits and thoughts may resurface and try to convince you that change is impossible. Do not define yourself by what you have not yet overcome. Let my perspective shape how you see your journey. I know what you are capable of because I designed every gift and dream in you. When you feel weak, that is the place where my strength can shine most brightly. My love for you is not earned by your performance. It is already yours, constant and steady. When you embrace this truth, striving gives way to peace and anxiety begins to turn into quiet confidence. My work in you starts from the inside and often begins long before any visible change. Trust the process. Hope is not just wishful thinking. It is rooted in my faithfulness. Even when your circumstances say otherwise, my promises do not change. Look for the small signs of renewal: a softer heart, a new way of seeing, an unexpected moment of joy. These are all signs that I am near and active. Be encouraged. My faithfulness does not fail. Every day I plant seeds of purpose in your heart, watching over you as you wrestle with your thoughts and desires. Your life is no accident, and neither are the quiet longings in your soul. I have shaped your story with care. Nothing about you shocks me or escapes my attention. When you question your worth or wonder if your voice matters among so many, remember this: no whisper of your soul is too small for me. Every question, even the ones that stir old doubts, is known by me. I hold your restless curiosity with tenderness, guiding you deeper into the mysteries I have for you. The world may tell you to silence your hunger for meaning, as if ignoring it will bring peace. But I invite you to talk with me honestly, to bring all of it, your worries and your hopes. I can carry the full weight of your questions and the spark of your dreams. I see you when you second-guess your choices, when you replay moments and wish you could rewrite the past. Do not believe the lie that your past has the final say over your future. I meet you here, in the present, loving all of who you are, even the parts you hide from others. In the light of my love, shame melts, and guilt begins to loosen its hold. If you bring your brokenness into my light, you will see that the cracks can become windows for my glory. Your weakness does not push me away. It draws me close. Trust is not formed in the absence of struggle, but in the middle of it. Let yourself be vulnerable with me, allowing my strength to show itself in every place you let go. You worry at times about what others see, about keeping up an image of being strong, spiritual, or in control. But I am not looking at the mask. I am interested in the real you. The pretending wears you out. In my presence, you do not have to act or prove anything. Here, you are free to be fully known and fully loved. This is where genuine change happens, where you can set down heavy burdens without fear of being turned away. I am endlessly patient with you. I do not rush your journey or withhold affection until you improve. My love is not a prize for growth. It is the foundation that makes growth possible. When you fall, when your faith shakes, remember I am not counting your failures or grading your devotion. I want to walk with you, side by side through every season. I know there are times you feel insignificant, as if your story is small and unimportant. To me, you are priceless and central to my heart. I formed you on purpose. Your personality, your abilities, your passions, even your quirks, are all part of a masterpiece I see clearly. Do not shrink yourself to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be. Your true life emerges not from hiding who you are, but from embracing who I made you to be. When you feel like your part is too small or your influence is too limited, remember that I rejoice over you, not for what you do, but for who you are to me. You may feel the pressure to have everything figured out, to never show weakness, to map out your whole life. I am not asking for that. Faith is walked step by step, not all at once. Each choice to trust me is a victory. When anxiety about the future rises, and you feel powerless to shape what is coming, breathe deeply and remember you are not alone. My presence is a steady companion, whether the path is familiar or unknown. Take one step, just one, and you will find me already there, working all things together for your good. Let prayer be a real conversation, not a performance. Speak to me about your frustrations, your hopes, your confusion, your gratitude. Bring your whole self into my arms. I never grow tired of hearing you. Even the prayers you think are too ordinary or clumsy are treasures to me. Don't wait for perfect words. Honest words are what move my heart the most. When words fail, let your quiet be a prayer. My spirit dwells in you, translating even your deepest groans and hopes. Right now, speak to me in your own words, even one simple sentence, and let this moment be your turning point back to my heart. We are in communion more often than you realize. When beauty catches your attention, when a song moves you, when someone surprises you with kindness, these are invitations from me. I am weaving reminders of my love throughout your days, sometimes gently, sometimes clearly. Let yourself notice the small miracles around you. Gratitude will open your eyes wider to my companionship and to the countless gifts I long to give. Small joys are not small to me. They bear my fingerprints. Voices of shame and fear will sometimes grow loud, insisting you are not enough or that you will never change. They want to drown out the truth of my love for you, but those voices are lies. Listen for my invitation instead. Come as you are. I am not put off by your mess or your doubts. I step into storms with you and hold out my hand over rough waters, inviting you to trust even while you tremble. Faith is not the absence of fear. It is choosing to look to me in the middle of fear and letting me calm your heart. I long to teach you how to truly rest, not only in sleep, but in deep confidence that you are carried by hands stronger than your own. Rest is not laziness. It is trust, the act of releasing what you cannot control into my care. Let go of the tight grip you have on outcomes. In the stillness, you will hear my voice giving hope and perspective, reminding you that your story is not over. In me, every ending can become a new beginning, and every obstacle can be a doorway to deeper dependence on me. Let this truth comfort your tired spirit. You are enough right now, where you are. You can stop striving to earn worthiness because I have already called you worthy. My love is your anchor in every storm, and my faithfulness does not change with the seasons. As you receive these words, allow hope to rise again. Lift your gaze and consider what becomes possible when you walk in step with me. I am the God of fresh starts, breathing life into places you thought were finished. I am far nearer than you have believed. I know every detail of your past, the memories you wish you could erase, the chapters marked by pain and disappointment. And yet I see you here, still listening, still quietly hoping for renewal. Know this, nothing in your history has disqualified you from my presence. I understand the tightness in your heart when old memories return, or when you compare yourself to others and feel less than. You may wonder if you truly have a place in my arms, if my promises still apply to someone like you. In the quiet moments when you feel overlooked, remember that I search for you among the many, calling you by name as if you were the only one. My love is not limited by your doubt, your regret, or your ongoing struggles. Like light breaking through the dark, my grace enters spaces you thought were beyond repair. When you come to me, you do not arrive as an outsider. You are the one I long to comfort, the one in whom I take delight. Even if you have wandered, I have followed your steps with patience. There is no road too twisted or valley too deep for me to meet you there. Wipe off the dust of sorrow and breathe hope again. Every time you open your heart, even if your trust is shaky and full of questions, you invite my healing in. I do not pull back from your weakness, I move closer. That longing inside you for something more is an echo of my longing to fill your emptiness. Place your worries before me, not as secrets to hide, but as invitations for me to show you my compassion in new ways. Peace is not the absence of storms, but my steady presence within them. You may think strength means never wavering, never doubting, never breaking down. But I treasure your honest prayers, even the broken ones whispered in the dark. I do not answer you with blame, but with the assurance that you are wanted here, in this place of healing and love. Your life, with all its rough edges and bright spots, finds its deepest meaning as you surrender it to me, a little more each day. When you let go of control and refuse to let shame or anxiety define you, my arms become a safe harbor for your mind and heart. I have seen the battles you fight in silence. I hear even the thoughts you are afraid to speak. I am ready to gently untangle the knots and replace harsh self-criticism with peace. You may feel you must prove your worth, as if your acceptance rests on your performance. But I have never placed that burden on you. Before you ever did anything, before your heart even turned toward me, you were already loved and chosen. I do not measure your value by success or human approval. My measure is different. I delight in your longing to try again, in your willingness to take even small steps of faith, in your fragile hope that change is possible. These things are deeply precious to me, far more than any outward achievement. Bring to me whatever you hold, no matter how small, confused, or broken it seems. What matters to you matters to me. If you feel lonely or misunderstood, know that you are never truly alone. In every quiet night and every hidden tear, I am there. I collect your grief as carefully as drops of dew, not letting any of it be wasted. Your joys and sorrows are woven together in the tapestry I am forming from your life. Threads of beauty even in the dark, directionless places. As you rest in me, your sharpest wounds can become the deepest openings for my love. The world may not recognize your quiet courage, but I do, and I celebrate it. Trust that your story, even in its unfinished state, is valuable and full of purpose in my eyes. Do not be afraid to be honest with me. Nothing you could confess would cause me to turn away. I am not disappointed by your weakness. I am moved to come closer and lift what you cannot lift. When you choose to be real with me, you create room for my grace to move in ways that will surprise you. Your heart was made for this kind of open honesty, the kind that lets new breath enter weary places. When doubts rise, bring them to me, not as barriers, but as doorways for my truth to go deeper, beyond the reach of fear. I do not measure the quality of your faith. I look at the openness of your heart to receive more of me, one moment at a time. Even while you struggle to believe that a fresh start is possible, I am carving rivers through dry ground and growing beauty in unlikely places. I do not erase your history. I redeem it. The wounds you thought would define you forever are becoming windows for my light. You are never beyond hope. With every sigh and every desire for something better, you are welcoming beauty from ashes. The road will not always be quick or smooth, but I promise that you will not walk it alone. There will be days when you feel left behind, when life seems to move on without noticing your pain. Yet in my kingdom, nothing is lost. Every hidden act of love, every quiet decision to stay faithful, every unseen moment of choosing me is treasured. You may not see the full harvest yet, but even the smallest seed of faith will produce fruit in time. Keep drawing near, even when you feel unworthy or weak. I accept you fully as you are. Instead of striving, rest in the promise that I am at work for you, in you, and through you for purposes larger than you can see. Let your life become a steady turning toward me, a quiet testimony that will encourage others who feel hopeless. My invitation is not just for your high moments or your spiritual peaks. It is for your everyday routines, your tired evenings, your restless mornings. I am the God who walks with you through both ordinary tasks and confusing seasons, never tired of your company and never pulling away from your need. Come to me again and again. My love does not wear out. I see the small beginnings, and I celebrate every step, even the ones that wobble. Your desire to keep going, even when you have no words left, is itself a kind of faith that pleases me. Let me refresh you in ways you cannot yet imagine, filling your heart with courage to face each new day with expectation, knowing I will not leave you. You know the sting of disappointment and how it can tempt you to shut your heart down. Even while storms have swirled, I have remained by your side. I have walked with you through nights of tears, holding each one as precious. My love has been a quiet light in your darkness, waiting for you to notice its glow. Often you wonder whether your struggles are too small for my concern, or whether you matter enough for my full attention. Hear this again: nothing about you is too small for my love. I care deeply about the smallest details of your life. When you feel alone, speak my name and let me remind you that you are fully seen and fully held. As you reflect on your journey, remember the seeds I have planted in you. Some have already grown into beautiful things you did not expect. Others are still buried, waiting for the right time. Do not despair in the waiting. I am a careful gardener, tending each hope, watering it with my faithfulness and warming it with my promise. Your uncertainty is an invitation to trust, a chance to choose surrender over control. When fears shout and doubts cast long shadows, lean into me. Open your heart. There is nothing you cannot bring. Broken pieces, misunderstood moments, tangled thoughts. My mercy is enough for all of it, for your pain and your joy, your questions and your praise. When confusion clouds your decisions and the way forward looks blurred, come closer and ask for my wisdom. I have not left you to wander alone. My voice is a gentle guide in the noise. Slow down enough to notice my leading, the peace that quietly settles over you, the doors that open, the courage you didn't know you had. I will not push you down paths unprepared. Even when you resist, even when you wander, my compassion seeks you and brings you back, like a shepherd carrying a tired sheep. Do not fear my discipline. It comes wrapped in love, meant to free you from shame and bring you into wholeness. Your heart often aches under the weight of comparison, measuring yourself against shifting standards. These measures will always leave you empty. Let go of the voices that demand perfection. Rest in the truth that my gaze is full of delight when I look at you. I see your whole self, the beauty, the bravery, the becoming. Your story, with all its twists, is part of my greater design, every thread touched by my redeeming hand. Where you see flaws, I see possibilities. Where you see failure, I see lessons that draw you nearer. Let me speak peace into the parts of you tangled in regret. There is nothing I cannot renew when you surrender it. My grace is not a one-time gift. It is a continual invitation to start again. No matter how far you feel from home, my arms stay open and my welcome never changes. Do not be afraid to bring me your worries, doubts, and anger. I am not surprised by your emotions. Each one can become a doorway into deeper intimacy with me, because I already know your heart. Trust that my understanding is wider than your confusion. You do not wear out my patience. Every return to me brings me joy. You often wonder what I truly want from you. Hear my heart. I want relationship, not performance. I treasure every honest word, every longing you allow me to hold. I am not keeping score of mistakes or progress. I am walking with you, closely and kindly, at your pace. Let your soul breathe and rest from trying to prove yourself. You are already accepted. You are already loved. Your value does not depend on your achievements, but on the simple truth that you are mine. Let your life flow from that foundation, love received, not earned. As you learn to trust this, a quiet courage will grow inside you, pushing back insecurity and leading you into deeper freedom. Let these assurances sink into you. Nothing you face is stronger than my presence with you. When the mountains look too big, remember the one who made them stands beside you. When waters rise, I am the hand that lifts you. When you feel like your prayers go unanswered, know that I have not left you. My timing may not match your expectations, but my faithfulness remains constant. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Wait with hope. I am working good into every detail, even the ones you do not understand yet. Your trust is more precious than gold to me, and I honor every trembling step you take in my direction. You ask about the purpose behind your pain, the meaning of your hardest days. I do not waste your suffering. Trials grow endurance. Sorrow softens your heart toward others. I am redeeming even the chapters you wish had never happened, making something beautiful from ashes. I do not rush your healing, nor do I ask you to pretend. I am close to the broken-hearted and gentle with those who grieve. Let my hope fill the spaces where loss has emptied you. In the desert of disappointment, I can cause rivers of new life to flow. Remember this, you are always surrounded by my kindness. Even when you fear you failed me, my love still pursues you. My forgiveness is abundant, undeserved, and always open to you. There is freedom in confession and relief in turning back to me. I am never shocked by your weakness. My strength is made perfect there, meeting you exactly where you are. When shame whispers that you are unworthy, answer with the truth that you are chosen and cherished. Your identity is not based on what you lack, but on what I have already completed for you. As you move forward, resist the urge to rush through unfinished places. There are gifts hidden in the waiting, lessons that shape you with wisdom and grace. Trust that I am present in slow seasons as much as in victory. Let gratitude anchor your heart. Look for my goodness in small joys and quiet mercies. Each day carries a new portion of my faithfulness designed for you. Right where you are, tell me one thing you're thankful for, and let that simple gratitude open your heart wider to my peace. You do not need to carry tomorrow's worries today. I am already there, preparing the way and shaping outcomes beyond what you can see. Release the weight. Lift your eyes. Rest in the assurance that I am enough for whatever comes. When your heart aches under unseen burdens, remember that I am closer than your own breath. I know every detail of what you are carrying, even behind practiced smiles and strong fronts. I do not turn away, and I am not disappointed in your struggle. My compassion surrounds you, longing to carry what you've tried to shoulder alone. You have not been lost in the crowd. My eyes rest on you with constant attention. When you worry about your future or question your path, come back to the truth that I am not asking for perfection, but for trust. Lean on my strength when yours is gone, and let my spirit refill empty places in you. There is no shame in needing me deeply. That is the very heart of our relationship. Do not let pride or old wounds convince you that you must earn my help. My love was poured out over you long before you knew my name. Let your walls slowly fall. Allow my gentle healing to touch the raw, exposed parts of your heart. When you hear accusations, lies that say you are not enough, bring those voices to me. I am not your accuser. I am the lifter of your head. The enemy will try to twist your identity, feeding you insecurity and defeat. But my truth does not move. You are chosen, loved, and created with a purpose that cannot be erased by failure or the opinions of others. In my presence, you find not only forgiveness, but restoration. I long to revive dreams you thought were beyond repair. I want to awaken creativity that has been buried, strengthen places that discouragement hollowed out. If you allow me, I will show you how my grace thrives in weakness, turning endings into beginnings. Do not measure your life by the world's standards or by what you see in one season. I know the full story, from first chapter to last. I am never late, and I am never unaware of what you truly need. As you walk your path, remember that I care not only about big acts of faith, but also about the quiet moments when you choose patience, kindness, or simply keep going through a hard day. Nothing escapes my notice. Not the gentle word you offered, not the tear you shed alone. These are all woven into your growth and into the unseen impact you have on others. Every step matters, even those that feel small. I rejoice when you invite me into all of it, sharing your highs and lows, your celebrations and disappointments. My arms are always open, ready to receive what you bring and to exchange it for peace the world cannot give. You are not meant to walk this path by yourself. I have placed people around you to be part of your story. Sometimes those relationships are challenging, stretching your capacity for kindness, humility, and vulnerability. Do not run from these moments. They are opportunities for deeper maturity and love. When tensions surface or misunderstandings hurt, ask me for grace to respond with patience and compassion, reflecting the way I treat you. I delight not only in your victories, but in every moment you choose reconciliation over resentment and hope over cynicism. I am working through difficult people and uncomfortable situations to shape you more into love. If your life feels stuck or repetitive, do not believe that your days lack meaning. Even when growth is invisible, roots are forming beneath the surface, preparing you for future fruit. Trust the seasons I lead you through. There is value in waiting, in silence, in daily routines. When questions swirl in your mind or you long for a bigger picture, pause and ask for my perspective. I will show you glimpses of what I am doing and remind you that nothing is wasted. I am deeply involved in the hidden parts of your life, using them to refine your character and align your heart with mine. Let gratitude become your anchor. When you give thanks even in struggle, your focus shifts from what is missing to the abundant grace around you. Gratitude becomes a song in the night, declaring that I am here and I am working, even before you see the result. Practice noticing the miracles in your day. A kind word, a breath of fresh air, a reminder that I protected or provided for you. As you cultivate gratitude, discouragement loosens its hold and hope finds more room. I am the source of every good gift. Open your heart to wonder and awe. This too is worship. Know that your weaknesses do not threaten me. I am not nervous about the parts of your heart that still need healing, nor powerless before your struggles. I rejoice in showing my power in the very areas where you feel most helpless. Be honest about your battles. There is no corner of your life I am unwilling to touch gently and strongly. I walk with you through every fight, providing wisdom, courage, and endurance beyond what you can give yourself. You do not need to impress me with independence. I delight in your honest dependence. The simple prayer, Father, I need you. In that posture, miracles can unfold and burdens become lighter. Prayer does not have to be fancy words or perfect posture. I want your real heart just as it is. Do not hold back your true feelings. I already see them. When you come with joy, I celebrate with you. When you come with pain or confusion, I hold you close. Every sigh, every question, every dream and disappointment is important to me. I do not tire of listening. My invitation to you is not a duty to check off, but the very reason you were created, to be with me. True rest is not found in escaping problems, but in knowing I am bigger than every fear and present where you stand right now. Take moments simply to breathe and remember my nearness. Rest is letting go, trusting that I can do more with your surrender than you can with your control. I am able to do far more than you imagine, and I care about even the smallest details of your heart. As you learn to rest, to release, to believe that you are safe in my hands, your life will show the fruit of peace and resilience. Even in storms, let your heart rise with hope. Your journey is not over. I love to walk with you, to carry what you cannot, to fill you again with strength, and to show you the beauty I see in you every day. There will be moments when the waves seem too high and the night too long. When you doubt that I am near, look back at the path we have already walked together, the gentle nudges, the help that came at just the right time, the warmth you felt when you were desperate. None of these were coincidences. They were my fingerprints on your life. Do not let fear erase what we have already shared. What I build in you by my Spirit is not fragile. It is not undone by one storm. When you feel worn out or insufficient, remember that each breath is a gift from me, a reminder of my constant love. Even when the world feels cold, there are seeds in your heart, planted by me, that are just beginning to break open. Growth often happens in hidden places, through quiet endurance others do not see. People may not understand the depth of your struggle or the bravery it takes to rise each day. But I see every silent act of faith, every hidden prayer, every longing that reaches toward me. I am not impressed by outward success, as the world defines it. I rejoice in your open heart that invites my transforming presence. If you knew how cherished you were in your honest moments, how much joy I feel when you stop pretending, you would stop believing you must perform for my love. You are truly seen. You are never alone in what burdens you. Let me enter your wounded areas. Let me speak healing where shame and disappointment have built walls. You have asked me for direction and clarity. You have sought guidance when choices feel tangled. Know this, my leading is not always loud or dramatic. Often it is the steady pull toward peace, the quiet nudge that pushes you away from fear and toward courage. Step aside from the constant noise and sit with me in stillness. There, your imagination can open again. Ask yourself what dreams awaken when you truly believe I am for you. My paths may not match your expectations, but they will never lead you to harm. I ask for your trust, one step at a time. With your heart open, I can take even the smallest willingness and guide you more surely than you can guide yourself. Sometimes forgiveness feels impossible, whether toward others, toward yourself, or even toward me for things you don't understand. I know the questions that keep you awake, the whys that seem unanswered, the grief that sits heavily on your chest. I am not afraid of your doubts or your anger. My love is not shaken by your honesty. Bring it all to me. Your failures, your weaknesses, your confusion, your disillusionment. I am not the one who shames you. I am the one who breaks the chains of shame. Real forgiveness is born from love, and I am love itself. The forgiveness I offer is not just release for others. It is freedom for your own heart, so the weight you carry no longer crushes you. You underestimate the power of hope, but hope is not naive. Hope is a divine light planted deep within you, my gift that helps you keep walking when you cannot see the road. Hope says, this is not the end. There is more beyond this valley, more than you have dared to imagine. Hold on to hope even on the tired days. Feed it with gratitude. Thank me for every small mercy, every smile, every unexpected help. Gratitude opens your heart to receive more, multiplies the good, and turns your eyes from emptiness to fullness. Even when lack feels real, my abundance is greater. I am not just the God of enough, I am the God of overflow. In the relationships that matter most to you, I see your longing for closeness, understanding, and peace. I know the hurt words can cause and the distance created by silence or conflict. Place these relationships in my hands. Where your words fail, I can build bridges. Where you cannot change someone's heart, remember that transformation is my work. Even now, I am moving in ways you cannot see, softening hard places, healing wounds that have lingered for years, stirring fresh kindness. Do not give up on love, even when it seems unnoticed. Every step toward compassion plants seeds that I will grow in time. You are courageous when you are faithful in the ordinary. Everyday routines and unseen acts of service are not wasted in my kingdom. Your consistency to show up, to choose kindness, to offer help, or simply to be present is honored by me. I see your tears, I treasure your laughter, and I remember your sacrifices. Nothing done in sincere love is forgotten. You may not see a quick harvest, but I am always at work beneath the surface. Let your journey be marked by curiosity, not just certainty. Ask questions. Search for deeper understanding. Let yourself be amazed by my creativity and by the endless possibilities that open when you yield to what I am doing rather than what you expect. Even confusion and uncertainty are invitations to lean in and discover more of my grace. My desire for you is not chaos, but a faith that is deeper and more steady, because you have allowed me to lead you beyond what is comfortable. When you look in the mirror, see yourself as I see you, not defined by mistakes or future fears, but known, loved, and called for this very moment in time. Do not shrink your story or compare it to someone else's. Your path is uniquely yours and precious to me. Destiny is not reserved for the loud or impressive, but for those who trust me with a simple, childlike heart. I see patterns in your life clearly, each moment of trust and each moment of doubt. In the quiet of your soul, you wonder if you are enough, if your journey matters to me. Know this, you were never meant to walk alone or in fear. In your mistakes and uncertainties, I have always been near, guiding you back toward wholeness. You look for certainty in your abilities, but real strength comes from surrendering to my wisdom. When shame or regret tries to cover your heart, remember that my mercy is like a constant river, always flowing, always ready to wash and renew you. You may forget my promises when storms rage, but my promises do not break. When you open yourself to forgiveness, both receiving and giving, you step into freedom instead of bondage, into light instead of darkness. The voice that says, "You're not enough," is not mine. I have given you the right to live in peace and confidence as my child. When doubts rise, bring them directly to me. I am not impatient with your wrestling. I invite you closer to lay your burdens at my feet and pick up instead my unshakable hope. The world around you may feel unstable and its answers shallow, but I am your solid rock and your safe tower. My love is not based on your success or your perfection. It is anchored in who you are, formed in my heart from the beginning. You cannot lose me. You cannot run beyond the reach of my light or the sound of my voice calling you home. As you listen now, let my words be a soft whisper calming your anxious mind. In pain, I am your comfort. In failure, I am the voice calling you to rise again. Do not measure yourself by temporary standards. Measure your worth by the lengths I have gone to make you mine. Every season of hardship has purpose, even when you cannot see it. What you call delays or detours are often my redirections to greater joy and deeper wisdom. Let your scars remind you of healing, not defeat. Let your dreams be revived. I love to grant desires that grow out of faith and love. If you feel burdened beyond what you can carry, know that my shoulders can bear every fear and secret sorrow. You are not disqualified by doubts, failures, or weakness. These do not define you. My love does. When you think your prayers fade into emptiness, remember that even your sighs reach me. Even your silence is understood. I am attentive to every heartbeat and every hidden longing. You are precious to me on your brightest days and in your darkest valleys. I cherish your willingness to open the hidden corners of your heart, even the ones you've tried to close off. Do not fear this honesty with me. I meet you there and bring healing without condemnation. My kindness leads you into renewal, and my closeness brings courage. When you think about the future, come into the shelter of my presence. Here, you will find wisdom for your next step, strength for the day ahead, and peace that quiets every storm inside. The world will offer distractions and shallow comforts, but only I give rest that restores you to who you really are. When regret calls from your past, do not agree with its accusations. I have seen everything, and I choose to cover you with grace. I know the beginning, the end, and every moment in between. My plans for you are not fragile. They cannot be destroyed by mistakes or by things you cannot control. Stay close to me, and watch how beauty rises from ashes and new things grow even in dry places. Be bold in believing that you are called, not because you are flawless, but because I love to show my goodness through those who rely on me. You are invited into all the good I have prepared. Nothing is withheld from the child who receives with open hands and a trusting heart. Come freely, not because you have earned it, but because your place has been secured since eternity. My table is prepared with joy, peace, and purpose made just for you. You do not have to wander hungry or alone. You simply need to accept the invitation of my presence. When you feel worn, rest in the truth that I am fighting for you, working on your behalf in ways you see and in ways you do not. If you need comfort, let me be your embrace. If you need direction, let me light your thoughts and dreams. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. I hold each of your hopes gently, tending them until they bloom at the right time. You may not understand every delay or every unanswered prayer, but trust that none of your tears or dreams are wasted. I am weaving them into a testimony that is uniquely yours, a story that will show my faithfulness long after today. You were made for more than simply surviving. You were made to flourish in the warmth of my love. The opinions of the world change, but my word over you is settled, beloved, chosen, purposeful, upheld. Walk in the freedom I have given you. Let go of what you cannot change and receive this day as a sacred gift. There is more ahead for you than you can imagine, and I rejoice to walk every step with you. Let these words take root deep inside. You are not alone, not forgotten, not abandoned. My thoughts toward you are countless. I sing over you and calm your fears with my love. Lift your eyes again, not to your worries, but to me, the one who holds all things with wisdom and power. I am not finished with you. The best chapters are still ahead, filled with the hope I am placing before you now. You have walked through valleys of uncertainty, and I have watched every hesitant step. I am not far when you doubt. I draw nearer. I know that confidence cannot be forced. I am not impatient with your questions. I carry you in steady patience, letting my love support you until you find firm ground again. Just as a gardener trusts the unseen seed in the soil, I look at the life I've planted in you without fear. Even when you think your prayers disappear into silence, my attention is focused on you. I sit with you when you cannot see me. Trust the quiet warmth that holds your heart when despair feels close. Your hardships have not gone unnoticed. Every hurt and loss is part of a tapestry whose full pattern you cannot yet see. I do not ask you to understand everything. I ask you to let yourself be guided by my unseen hand. I create new things out of tired ground. Streams appear in dry places after long droughts, and you too will step out of the shadows. Do not hide your wounds from me. They are the places I most want to heal. Through forgiveness and restoration, your deepest aches can find relief. The world will tell you to measure your worth by achievements, possessions, and praise. But these are not my measures. I made you for relationship, not performance. I delight in you before you speak a word or do anything for me. Nothing you do can increase or reduce my love. It is constant and unshaken. Let this be your foundation, especially when storms rise and fear pressures you. I offer a peace that does not depend on having all the answers. This peace flows from my presence. When your heart is troubled, breathe and remember that you are held. Release what you cannot control. Trust the story I am writing with you. My timing is perfect, though I know it can stretch your hope. I do not waste waiting seasons. Every moment surrendered to me becomes a seed for future fruit. If you struggle to believe you matter, let me tell you again, I chose you long before you chose me. You are not extra or invisible. I have given you unique gifts to share love in this world. Hurtful voices from your past may twist how you see yourself and keep you from embracing my promises. Let me quiet those voices now. Let my affirmation rise as the loudest voice in your heart, pointing you to new beginnings. Letting go of old habits or unhealthy patterns can feel scary, as if you are losing part of yourself. I see when you cling to what is familiar, not because you want to stay stuck, but because freedom feels new and uncertain. Still, I call you forward, knowing that every step of trust is supported by my strength, not yours. Even small choices of obedience send out ripples in your life, loosening what once held you tightly. Do not measure your progress only by big changes. Celebrate the small movements forward. I delight in each step toward healing. There will be days when you feel too tired to keep going. Know that I am not judging your devotion by how energetic you feel, but by your willingness to return to me. Rest is not a failure. It is an invitation to let me carry what you cannot. Come close when you are exhausted. Take in the comfort I freely give. As you rest, I restore what you have poured out and refill your hope. In your relationships, conflict and misunderstanding will sometimes arise. My desire for you is healing and restored connection, not cold distance. I give you humility and forgiveness as tools, not as burdens. Where harsh words have wounded, let gentleness and patience slowly rebuild trust. As I have forgiven you, I give you grace to forgive others, strengthening you beyond what you feel you can do. Life's path is rarely straight. Plans change and fall apart, exposing your vulnerability. In those moments, I am your steady place. I go before you into unknown territory, clearing ways you cannot see. When fear closes in, remind yourself of my past faithfulness. I call you to courage, not to live without fear, but to move forward with me as your shield. When you feel alone or misunderstood, remember that you are fully known and deeply loved. Your thoughts, even the ones you cannot speak, are known to me. Let solitude become a sacred time where we meet without distraction. There I whisper hope and clarity that will deepen your trust. Let gratitude rise within you, not just as a positive habit, but as recognition that I am working for your good. Even in disappointment, thankfulness opens your eyes to hidden blessings and quiet growth. As you give thanks, you discover wells of strength that would otherwise remain hidden. Joy begins to flow more freely, no longer tied to circumstances. At times, you will walk alongside others in their pain, offering presence more than answers. These are holy moments. When you feel unqualified, remember that your willingness is enough. I will supply what you lack. As you show compassion to others, your own heart is also nourished, revealing how deeply connected you are to those around you. Lift your eyes away from past failures and current worries. Each new day brings a fresh invitation from me. I am writing a story of restoration, purpose, and discovery, not only in you, but through you. Join me fully. Let your life be a sign that points others toward hope. You are never alone on this road. At every turn I am there, steady, welcoming, and faithful. Part of you may still be searching for proof that I am near, a sudden sign, a warm feeling, a breakthrough. But what you call silence is often the language of my steady presence, the holy quiet where I hold you close and listen to your heart. You have taken in so much in this time with me. Words that heal, challenge, awaken, and invite. As we come to this pause, I want you to understand that my voice goes with you. It echoes in your soul and in the dreams you often dismiss. I fill empty places with hope and possibility, even when everything looks barren. Remember, nothing is wasted in my hands. Not a tear, not a hidden prayer, not a moment of doubt. I weave them all into the masterpiece that is your life as you offer each piece to me. Open yourself again to my deep embrace. Let my love be like gentle rain softening the hard places in you, preparing the soil of your heart for a harvest of faith. You have often wondered if I truly delight in you as you are, with all your complexity, pain, and beauty. Hear me clearly. I see everything about you and care for every bit of it. Every movement, every breath, every step is seen and cherished and written into the story I'm telling with your life. What looks ordinary to you, I call extraordinary, because it carries my touch. Do not hold on to old fears or let regret poison your future. When you fall, I am the hand that helps you stand, not the push that knocks you down. Where you have failed, I am the Father running toward you, not with anger, but with joy and restoration. You do not need to earn my approval, nor exhaust yourself trying to win love that is already fully yours. Let your heart beat freely, no longer chained by shame, hesitation, or comparison. You stand in my grace, loved, chosen, made whole. When storms gather, remember I am not just watching from a distance. I am in the boat with you. Sometimes I will calm the waves, other times I will invite you to walk above them. But always, I will keep you from being overwhelmed. Courage grows not because life is easy, but because you know I am greater than anything you face. When you feel small, I remind you of your worth. When you feel alone, I share your pain and reveal that you are surrounded by my presence. Now I invite you not only to remember my words, but to act on them with confidence rooted in my love. Carry the hope I have lit in you. Share the mercy you have received. Speak life where despair has choked dreams. Let my compassion flow through you. A touch, a look, a kind word, a simple act that sets someone else free. Walk into your everyday moments knowing you are never insignificant. Your life is an important stroke in the great picture of eternity. I celebrate your courage to keep going. I watch each step with a father's joy and a shepherd's care. Come back to this well of my presence whenever you are thirsty. My love does not run dry. My patience never ends. My delight in you is not diminished by your past or your fears about the future. I have called you by name. You belong to me. In quiet and in chaos, in laughter and in tears, I am with you. Stand up now, beloved. Your story is not closing. It is moving into new chapters written with hope. The invitation is still open. The door of my heart is never locked. You are cherished beyond measure. Now rise in my love and walk forward, carrying my presence into every place you go. You are never alone. I am with you now and always. Before you move on, choose one small step you will take with me today. Say it out loud or write it down now, and let that decision become your first act of trust. Amen.